Welcome to the physics classes, students. This semester also you are having two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So I am going to deal with paper 1, which mainly covers the branches of part of the branches of solid state physics, nuclear physics, digital electronics and spatial materials. So let us begin with the branch, that is nuclear physics. So what is nuclear physics means? It is a branch of the physics which mainly deals with the nucleus. So we know that atom consists of the nucleus, and surrounding that electrons will be there which are revolving in different orbits. So now in the nuclear physics we are mainly going to focus with the nucleus. So whereas the nucleus consists of protons and the neutrons, so here in the branch of the physics we are mainly concentrating with the protons and the neutrons and the some forces that exist in the nucleus and the reaction that takes place. So all these things we are going to study in the nuclear physics. Let us begin with the phenomena that is related with the nucleus, and that phenomenon is called as radioactivity. Now before going for what is radioactivity, first how the phenomenon of radioactivity was discovered, that we will study. So in the year 1896, Henry Becquerel is the name of the scientist. So what he has observed is, he has taken a uranium salt in a paper which is wrapped in a paper. So uranium salt which is wrapped in a paper, so this is going to emit some of the radiations. It emits some radiations, so that these radiations, when they are allowed to fall on the photographic plate, so this is the photographic plate, so these radiations will affect this photographic plate. So some changes he has observed on the photographic plate. So this is what he concluded, that so some elements are there, so because of the instability they are going to emit some kind of radiations, so which will affect the photographic plate, and this phenomenon he called as radioactivity. And what this thing depends on is, this is not required any triggering agent, so it not required any external agency. Without any external agency, this phenomenon that takes place by itself, so that's why this is called as spontaneous emission. So some elements, they are going to emit the radiations by itself without requirement of any external agency. So that's why this is called as spontaneous emission. So later further investigations were done by Marie Curie, Pierre Curie, Rutherford and etc. So what they have showed is, so many elements, so many heavy elements, they show these kind of radiations, they emit the radiations in order to get the stability. So in the heavy elements there is instability, so in order to attain the stability they are going to emit the radiations. So this is what happens in the case of this heavy elements actually. So what happens with the heavy elements is, so how the stability occurs is, which elements are going to call as stable means there should be definite ratio between the neutron and the proton. If this neutron proton ratio is imbalanced, so then we call that as the element is unstable. So if this neutron to proton ratio is less than 1.1, then such elements we call as what? Unstable elements. The element will be unstable. Again, if this neutron proton ratio is greater than 1.5, if it is greater than 1.5, then those elements also will be unstable. So because of this instability, the elements, heavy elements, the heavy elements, they are going to emit the radiation so that they attain the stability. Now we will study what are the types of radioactivity. So again, depending on the agency, so radioactivity, that is classified into two types. One is natural radioactivity, another one is artificial radioactivity. So the emission of the radiation, and this will be spontaneous, So emission of the radiation, if it is taking place by itself, so without any external agency, if it is taking place, and in the elements whose atomic weight is greater than 206, so they emit the radiations by itself without any external agency, they emit the radiations, then such type of radioactivity is called as natural radioactivity. So the elements which exhibit this kind of property, they are called as what? Radioactive elements. Radioactive elements. In the elements where the atomic weight is greater than 206, they emit the radiations by itself and the emission will be spontaneous. So this kind of radioactivity is called as natural radioactivity, and this phenomenon, this is independent of high temperature, pressure, and then it is independent of electric field and the magnetic field. The phenomenon of radioactivity, it is unaffected by external agency like high temperature, pressure, electric field and magnetic field, etc. So now for some practical uses, the phenomenon of radioactivity is achieved by some with the help of some external agency, and that kind of radioactivity is called as artificial radioactivity. So we are going to bombard some elements with either proton, neutron or any lighter elements. So here lighter elements we are going to take, and these, with the help of these elements, so we are going to bombard with the any other element. So because of this, what happens again, this element is going to emit the radiations, hence the radioactivity is achieved, and here the radioactivity is achieved with the help of this external agency. That's why this is called as artificial radioactivity. So here why this artificial radioactivity is done, that we will discuss later, and that comes in the application part. Next part in this is, we are going to study what are the types of radiation, what kind of radiations we are going to get from the radioactive elements. So to explain this, there is an experimental setup, so which shows what are the types of radiations and how many type of radiations are there. So to study this, let us consider a lead block. A small hole is drilled to the lead block. So this is a lead block. So this is the hole that is drilled to the lead block. Take a radioactive element. For the sake of understanding, let us take radium as the radioactive element. So this radium is going to emit the radiations by itself. So without any external agency, this is going to emit the radiations. So now the radiations come from the radioactive element, that is radium, that what we have taken, and the whole experimental setup is taken in the evacuated chamber, because to avoid the absorption of the radiations from the outside. So now to observe the things, consider a photographic plate, so which is placed at different positions. So now take a photographic plate and give a charge of negative to this. So the radiations coming from the radioactive source, part of the radiations, they are deflected towards the negative plate. So the radiations are deflected towards the negative place, means the radiations which are coming from the radioactive source obviously will be, these will be positively charged. Means one type we are having, that is positively charged radiations we are getting from the radioactive source. Another one, the same thing, if the positive charge is given to the photographic plate, means part of the radiations which are coming from the radioactive source are deflected towards the positive plate. So if the radiations are deflected towards the positive plate, means obviously the radiations coming from this is will be having the negative charge, these will be negatively charged. So first kind we are having is positively charged radiations will be there, second kind is negatively charged radiation will be there. Then another thing, so if you place the photographic plate exactly above the lead block, means exactly above the radioactive element, then part of the radiations, they directly hit the photographic plate. Now it is not having any charge. So these kind of radiations, they are neither deflected towards the positive plate nor deflected towards the negative place, they go straight, means some kind of radiations we are getting from the radioactive source which will be neutral, they are not having any charge. So by this experiment, so what they have concluded is there are three types of radiations. Positively charged radiation will be there, negatively charged radiation will be there, and then third kind, so there will be the radiations which are not having any charge.